Alright guys, today we are making poke bowls. We're making Rock Kitchen poke bowls. Got a beautiful piece of tuna here. We're gonna take this, chop it up. Right now I've got scallions in there already. And jalapenos. River's coming to help.
A little cut.
Okay, we're gonna do this. So
Are you dicing
fold your fingers in, right? And then we come down. We cut a nice piece off here. Okay. You see that right there? Right down the middle. Okay. We almost have it already in cubes, sideways, and then let's just cube it up. Nice and small pieces. All the way down. In this bowl, we've got soy sauce, ponzu.
And you just put it in there.
And if you guys like, you can add a little teriyaki sauce to it also. We put it in there and you mix it up. River's gonna step in and he's gonna do a nice slice cut. Remember the rule, River?
You go with that.
Wash your hands first. Okay, I'm going to continue here while River gets ready. This is a super easy recipe, you guys, making poke bowls for the kids because they're easy, they're healthy, and it's fun to make. And not everybody makes a poke bowl. All right, River's gonna step in and he's gonna take a shot at this. Remember your sharp end is on that side, River? You got it, buddy. Good curling your fingers. Excellent job. Excellent job. There you go. Okay, good. Keep going. Excellent cut. Now, sideways. Watch the sharp side of the blade. Slide it out this way. Away from the blade. There you go. Now you continue to cut. Let me lay it out for you. Right here, right here. Right there. Keep covering. Good job, right? Excellent. There you go. Good job, man. If you don't like these stringy pieces, you can cut these stringy pieces off right here.
It's like fibers.
Yeah, it's like fibers. Sometimes you find that in the ends.
Beep beep.
Thank you, buddy. Good job. Great work.
This is easy.
All right, now that we've got it all in there, mix it up. And let it sit. Okay, so we've let our poke marinate overnight. Yeah, we've got some delicious poke here, guys. Look at that. This poke is delicious. It's been sitting in the sauce, which is soy sauce, ponzu, a little bit of teriyaki sauce. And because there's a little bit of vinegar in here, it kind of ceviche'd it, so it cooked it a little bit, which is fine, but it'll still taste amazing. All right, so we've got our ingredients. So to roll down the ingredients here, and I'll put this all down in the comments below. You've got your poke, which is your fresh cut ahi. Then you've got cucumbers. I like to use the baby cucumbers like this. You can use regular cucumbers too if you want. Green onions, an avocado. To top it off, we've got pickled ginger. I like to use these crispy onions, French's crispy onions, also on the top. And we've got, of course, toasted sesame seeds just as the garnish. We can add a little toasted sesame oil in there if you like that flavor or not.
And then you
and we have cooking on the stove right now. We're just warming up our edamame that we're gonna stick in there too, but we'll cool it first. What we do is we go also to our local sushi restaurant and ask for sushi rice. It's easier to cook. You don't have to worry about it cooking it at home. So just go out, it's cheap. I think we got 3 of these for like under $10, and you only need half of one for 1 bowl for the poke bowls. We're making a ton of poke bowls tonight, so so one of these will cover 2 bowls, 2 poke bowls. So it goes a long way. All right, so next we're gonna chop our cucumbers, and this is super easy. Again, remember, you are gonna slice down the long ways, and when you do so, again, decide how big you want your cubes. I always like everything small, because I don't like biting into huge chunks of things, but that's up to you.
To make them in little strips and then cut them into rectangular pieces.
Yeah, you can do that too. So you're making the strips the way that River likes to do it, and then you cut them into their own little cubes and rectangular pieces. So that's about the size that I like. I like a lot of veggies in my poke bowl, so that's probably good for 1 poke bowl. So we'll do another one here. Again, we keep these ends because the dogs, I don't know why they love carrots and cucumbers. They love it. So we keep those on the side, and then we'll chop these guys up. This one's a little thick. Let's do that one. Okay. Get the ends nice and straight, and then just come in and chop them up. Nothing has to be perfect. This is all just getting thrown in the poke bowl. So don't be worried about perfect slices at all. All right, next, let's do our avocados. We're gonna switch this to the back side a little bit here. Okay, you guys can see all that. Okay, avocado. Careful when you're doing avocados. I've been cutting avocados for a long time, so this is kind of my trick. You go down the center, twist it, open them up. That's a really good looking avocado. This is the scary part. Do not ever chop straight through this because it'll go into your fingers. So cut, and you'll twist it a little bit, and it comes right out. I just pop that in the trash. Then with this, you can do it a couple different ways. You can come in here and already score it. Again, be careful not to cut all the way through because your finger's right behind it. You can use a butter knife for this if you choose to, just so you're not cutting through it. Butter knives are dull, so you don't have to worry about it if you're working with kids. Kids, keep your fingers away from sharp knives and always curl your fingers under. That's important. There, so that's ready to prep just to scoop out. All right, next, River, we need some bowls. Can you go get your favorite bowls? Yeah. All right, while River gets the bowls, we're gonna mix this up. I'm gonna do a little taste test here just to see how it tastes and the flavor. Delicious. Just 2 for now, just to showcase, and then we can fill everybody else's up afterwards. That is amazing. Ponzu, soy sauce, a little rice wine vinegar. We've got these fun bowls that we found. I think we found these at TJ Maxx, right? No, those are fun. So they're kind of like a fun shape. Yeah. So let's fill these up with. Rice and just figure out how much rice we want in them. Okay.
Then you put all these toppings at the bottom.
Yep. At the top, actually. Those go on. Okay. So let's fill up the bowls. We're gonna see how much we actually want down in the bottom. You don't want to fill too much. This is all out of preference too. Like how much
That's about right.
rice do you want versus the ratio versus how much pokies tuna do you want in there? Sometimes we do a little bit more rice because the rice gets saturated by that really good juice that the poke's sitting in. So you can see it goes a long way. I can actually get probably 3 bowls out of one of these. So it goes a long way. These things are really cheap to make. We've got the first layer. Now, what I like to do is do it in sections. So it looks really cool. So the poke will sit on one side. Depends on how much you want. Be generous. Be generous to your guests, right, River? Mm-hmm. If you have hungry guests. There's a little bit of the juice in the bottom here that you can see. that we'll keep to drizzle on top afterwards. All right, again, hands are clean, we're fine. We can take now and drizzle this in. Okay. You got your cucumbers on the side. Now the reason why this poke looks like this poke was bright red when we cut it. You guys saw that earlier. So since this has been sitting in there,
it's like teriyaki.
It really glazed it. And the nice thing is that it infused the flavor into it. So it's gonna be super yummy. So again, here's our fun little cubes of avocado. Again, if you guys don't like avocado, don't put avocado in. If you don't like cucumbers, don't put cucumbers in. If you don't like green onions, which I'm not a huge fan of green onions, you don't have to put them in. But this is kind of the complete package of the poke bowl that we usually make here on Rock Kitchen for rock tipping and log flipping. Love an avocado. Okay, so now that's looking pretty complete. We have edamame to come up.
And then we have the green onions.
And green onions to top it. So our edamame's been cooking. We're gonna cool that down a little bit. That just finished. Meanwhile, while that's cooking, I'm gonna set this aside. And what I'll do is I will cut some of these green onions up. Now, all of this you can find at your local grocery store. You can find the sushi ginger. And again, if you can't find this from any restaurant, you can always go to your grocery store that has a little sushi section and ask the guys there who's making the sushi for the day, hey, can I get one or two of those sushi rice? These guys look a little dirty, so we're gonna wash this off. And River's actually gonna come in here and cut this piece up for us. Okay, Rivs? So you can grab your little sushi knife that you have there and show everybody how you curl your fingers under and you cut those for us. And you can cut some of the other end off too. Remember, we like them cut really fine. Excellent. We're just making enough for two right now, so. You see how River's curling his fingers under? Nice and safe with this knife. Good job, buddy. Excellent, I think that's enough for us. Okay, all right. So let's bring them back. You can scoot them over here. Let's bring back our bowls. Our edamame is cool now. So we're gonna go ahead and put in our edamame just like we did before with all the other stuff and garnish it. Get all the water of it off, and come in here. So you can see how it's in each of its own little sections. Now, this looks a little light on the tuna, so I'm gonna add a little more tuna on top here, just to make it nice and full. There's a lot of things that we can put in this. Again, you can make your own poke bowls and make however you want to make them. I did add a little, you can see that little green thing there, that we add a little sliver of jalapeno. On this one, on this far one here, you can see it in the camera. That little piece right there. So if you guys like a little spice, you can add a little spice to it. That's always fun. Not too much for us, because sometimes that gets a little stronger as it sits and it marinates. So we just added a few in there. Now, we love this pickled ginger. We're gonna put a little bit of that on the side here as garnish, because adding this gives it a little bit of a crunch, and it gives it a little bit of kick and sweetness, which is really good. Okay, next, we've got one of River's favorites, the dried crispy onions. This we kind of flake off, let it flake out, and kind of put in the middle. You can also take them, if they're too big, you can crush them up a little bit to make them smaller and just kind of drizzle them all over the place. This kind of gives a nice finish to the end. It gives a crunch on the top. And I mean, if anybody knows from Thanksgiving, French's dried crispy onions, you know that flavor. All right, again, one last thing. We're gonna garnish it with sesame seeds. And then River, you put the final touches of those green onions right there that you chopped up.
And the rest is sesame oil.
River likes to use sesame oil, so he's gonna go ahead and do his little green onions, and then I'm gonna pour some sesame oil over the top just to give it one final little drizz. Perfect, Rev. Excellent. Okay, good job. Just a little bit of this. This stuff comes out fast, so this is sesame oil, which gives that flavor, really like nice flavor. And then what I'll do here is, I've got a little bit of this. I'm just gonna drizzle some of that sauce, that marinating sauce, over the top so it gets down inside of the rice. So when you get to that rice, it's not just plain rice, it's gonna be saturated with a little bit of that marinade. I don't wanna get too much on the crispy onions. So that is our poke bowl setup, you guys. Let's clean this up a little bit and we'll show you the final. You've got a delicious little tasty meal for lunch or dinner. We're gonna have this for dinner tonight. Of your poke tuna that you saw us cut up earlier, your edamame, your pickled ginger, avocado, crispy onions, celery, or sorry, not celery, cucumbers, and then you've got your rice on the bottom. Enjoy. I hope you guys like this recipe. Remember to click subscribe and like, and look forward to some more Rock Kitchen recipes here in our Rock Kitchen from Rock Tipping and Log Flipping. River and I say peace out and enjoy your food. Bon appetit.